Apparently, we inspired a 33-year-old man to learn science. Did you see that comment?
No.
What?
Go to SciencePod, like our latest video on YouTube.
Particle physics.
Yeah, physics. And look at the Ricardo's comment.
Wow.
No, is that legit? If that is, I'm so happy. But no, I mean, then again, his cover art is a PS4 controller. So...
Oh my god. This guy gave us a heads up on... He fact checked us. Wow.
No, yeah, I looked up on it after when I was doing the slides, and I was like, yeah. I think I vaguely remember learning it, but I can't remember on the top of my head.
I can't believe we got fact checked.
Okay. Hello world, we are SciencePod, providing you with the necessary knowledge and wisdom to succeed in the sciences.
Warning, this podcast may contain vulgar language and is not suitable for children, but for people who are wishing to get that A star.
We are not professionals, but we will try our best to teach our audience about the wonders of science.
This is dedicated to students by students, so sit back, relax, and we hope you enjoy the podcast. Okay, here we go. This is... I made this.
So this is episode 4, but really our 5th episode, isn't it?
Yeah. But it's just because on what is it, Spotify, I couldn't put episode 0. It wouldn't let me put 0. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cool. Today we are Aaronless. It may be like that for quite a while, or forever. We don't know really.
Oh, if you guys are interested in joining our podcast, please shoot us an email, and we'll probably talk to you, and we'll see how that goes. And yeah, we're very
yes, we need a new member. What's our email?
The sciencepod@gmail.com.
Okay, easy to remember. All right, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, so today we are here to give you study tips because we're very qualified to do that.
Studied before?
Yeah, I've studied before. Yeah, that's why we're qualified.
Okay. So I'm gonna start with the first 3 tips because I came up with it. This is probably general tips. They're not super specific, but yeah. So tip 1, create your own schedule. So you want to keep it concise and make sure it's a SMART goal. What does SMART mean? Do you guys remember?
Specific, measurable, achievable. No, it's not. What's A? What's A?
Accurate.
Accurate.
Is it accurate? No.
Achievable.
Realistic.
After R is realistic, right?
Realistic.
Yeah.
A is.
I think
it's
time.
Time bound.
A is probably achievable, but close enough.
Yeah, you get.
Yeah, you guys get it.
Yeah, let's just no googling allowed. Yeah.
So what I do from day to day, because we're also in quarantine, I try to keep myself productive. So I have my own planner, and I try to do a little bit, but not too much. Because if I write down a lot, I know that I'm not going to do everything. So I try to keep it 3 things a day, but it really depends on you, So don't overplan stuff. So you want to list, categorize, prioritize, and schedule. So you want to list out what you're going to do, categorize it is this recreational and this is study and, general stuff. And you want to prioritize, what comes first, and basically schedule, put a date, decide it, and, the time. Don't get too fancy with it. Don't buy, a very expensive planner. But if you want to, you can. No one's stopping you. But, I personally keep, this free notebook I got from my, my workplace. And, yeah, it's pretty small and pretty handy, so... I love it. Yeah.
You can always get an app, and that sends a notification on your phone. It's just easy to keep track of everything.
Yeah. That's cool too. But preferably, I would like to write things down than to see it on my phone. But
True.
That's just me. Yeah.
Another thing I'd say is actually like don't over. Yeah, you kind of said it already, but
Yeah.
don't make like a timetable for the whole day because you're just like, okay, I have 5 minutes to brush my teeth. I have 15 because it's stupid, but like during when I was doing my GCSEs, right? I was like, that's when I really revised. Like I haven't really revised my properly except from when I did my GCSEs, right? So that's the only time. So I was just like going all out, and it gets a bit hectic, and then you start, like obsessing over that. Oh no, I'm 2 minutes behind, and it's just a bit dumb. So like timetabling is good, but keep it really to things that really matter, like just the studying bit.
I don't know if you guys have heard of this philosophy, but it's like the less decisions you make throughout the day, the more energy and motivated you are.
Yeah.
So it's like how Steve Jobs used to only wear like the black turtleneck and jeans. That's to like decrease the amount of decisions you would make in a day, because choosing your clothes can take a bit of brain power, So if you have a schedule ready, your mind has to do that much less work, so you can get motivated and more productive when you actually start studying.
Yeah. Thank God for uniforms. I could not. I don't think I have enough clothes to like pick out.
You guys have uniforms?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have uniforms.
Oh, we don't have uniforms for sixth form. Only for high school.
What? Oh,
I didn't know that.
We just have a different color shirt for sixth form.
Really? Okay. I mean, some like private schools like have uniforms, I think, but most people in sixth form don't wear a uniform. Interesting.
What about like in exams? Don't you guys have to like wear something?
No, you can wear anything. I mean, schools say like, oh, keep it, not too overboard, but like no one really cares.
Yeah. Wow. That'd be easy to like cheat for, wouldn't it?
No, just for like a hoodie.
You can like that's easy for like cheaters to get away though, isn't it?
Yeah, but.
Oh my god, Sam. Like, for us, if you forget to like bring a belt, if you wear pants and you're a girl or a guy and you forget to like bring a belt, you're like sent to go and get a belt, or else you won't get.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Because you could be like hiding some notes under there or something.
And put your equipment in like a plastic bag. Remove the cover of your
Yeah, you pull up your hoodie.
That's stupid belt. That's kind of mad, actually.
Yeah.
Collared socks. And you don't wear like ankle-length socks if it's below the ankle. Sorry.
No, sorry. I don't think I ever wore a belt like during high school.
What?
As in, like, no. I wore trousers, obviously, just not a belt with it, because, I just went low effort. You don't need a belt if it stays on. Right?
Our principal would send you home.
That's crazy. Oh, yeah.
Damn.
That's mad.
But yeah, just try to have a schedule ready. Yeah. Next.
Okay.
No. One thing I'd like to add actually is the Pomodoro method.
So
that's typically 25-minate working, 5-minute break. So it's just to like give yourself a refresh. Obviously it doesn't have to be 25-5. You can make it, I don't know, 45-15 or however you want to split it. But it just because if you carry on studying for 3 hours in a row, that breaks, you're obviously not going to be very efficient.
That's the key thing. You have to take breaks.
One thing I was stuck with is like, what do you do on breaks? And the best thing is just to do nothing, because it's your break. So don't worry about trying to be efficient and fold your clothes for the 5 minutes and then go back and then cook your food or whatever. Just do nothing.
Yeah.
Scroll through your phone. That's a break.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay. Tip 2. Remind yourself of your outcome once you have achieved your long-term goal. This is personally just for me. I don't know if you guys do the same thing, but like I have to keep reminding myself, hey, what do I want? I need this grade to get into this university. And yeah, if I don't remind myself, I'm gonna probably like stray and do irrelevant stuff that's not gonna help me in achieving my goal. So yeah, the key is to be patient. Don't rush anything. Realistic. determined and resilient. Even if you don't achieve your long-term goal, you have to keep trying and like look for other possibilities as well. If you have a plan B, of course.
I have a little to add to that.
Yeah.
Say your goal is to like ultimately get an A in biology.
Mm-hmm.
Even though your goal is an A, I would say shoot for an A star. Because if you don't get it, you're still going to end up with the A, which was your first goal, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I always aim for, something higher than what I'm capable of,
Yeah,
just
true,
to like
true.
extend myself.
Mm-hmm.
And if I do get an A star, that's great. I got higher than my initial goal.
Mm-hmm. Relating this to like the previous tip, if you have a planner, put that in the first page. Like, what is your goal? What is your long-term goal? I want to achieve this, and make it like bright and beautiful and colorful if you want. And yeah, just remind yourself of like what you're doing and like what are you doing this for, and that'll probably motivate you to do to become, you know, productive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the hardest part about studying is to get motivated to start, actually.
Yeah.
True. Sam, do you have a planner as well?
Yeah.
So I'm the only one who doesn't have a planner. Yeah, I need to get my planners. It's just like I see these tips, but I don't do any of not this one. So, yeah.
Especially for like school, when you have like study periods, you want to plan what you're going to be studying in those, because you can like maximize how much homework you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay. That's smart. That's smart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, here's the next one. Mine is again not very specific, very general stuff. So this is also something I do. So I would reward myself after completing a goal, or like, you know, a few goals. I don't know. Like for example, after I like got like an A, or like I studied for this X amount of time, let me go play a game of League of Legends, and you know, stress free. It actually makes me more stressed. So.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Reward yourself. Make yourself.
What I
good.
do is I reward myself with like food, because nothing's better than food. I have like a pack of gummy worms, and for like every page of the textbook I finish, I eat a gummy worm. It works. Like, I want to eat more.
Yeah. And also, you have to be responsible and don't over reward yourself. If you don't deserve it, you don't deserve it.
Wow.
Gotta be, you know, responsible. Is there another word for that? I don't know. I was trying to put like
disciplined.
Yes, discipline. That's the word. Yeah. Also, for me, my planner thingy for tip 1, I put sticky notes for that. Like, oh, this is my reward. I'll reuse this and put it on like another, you know, slot where I have to do stuff. You know, yeah. Next, who's this?
Okay, all right. This is my stuff, right? So this I kind of stole from Ali Abdul, like probably the best YouTuber if you want to know anything about studying, really. And it's something called spaced repetition. So mainly, essentially using flashcards, right? Because according to research, this is the best way of learning the information, especially when you're memorizing. So if you have a set of flashcards, and obviously the first time you're gonna, you know, look at the questions and answer them, you're not gonna get everything right. But then you do it again, like in a couple of days, and then again in a couple of days, maybe even every day, and then you just get better each time, because your memory obviously is gonna get worse, right?
Yeah.
So this is essentially makes it better. And then, of course, I put on the presentation Anki and Quizlet. So these are apps that you can use to make flashcards. And I definitely prefer digital flashcards over like handwritten ones, because one, my handwriting is pretty bad, so I can't read it some of the time myself.
And you would like spend a lot of time like writing it very neatly, and you know, or is that just me? I don't know. But yeah, I honestly I prefer writing it out.
Oh yeah, and it takes a lot of time, and you have to cut it out, the paper or card, and
what?
Yeah.
No, I'm on the complete opposite. I just get the cue cards from the stationery store and just write.
Oh yeah,
especially
you can do that
for
as well.
like organic chemistry, it really helps to memorize the equations. You just have one card per equation, and you just keep going over those. But you can also do that digitally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. Next slide. Okay, right. So this is about actual physical exercise. So the main thing here I want to say is that like physical, like being good physically makes you feel better, like mentally as well. And obviously, when you feel good mentally, you can do better on your exams and well, in everywhere in life really. But this is about exams. So again, even if it's strength training, cardio, you don't have to go ham. You're not. This is not. You're not. You try. This is not you trying to be an athlete, right? Just healthy, I guess. So as long as you're doing something like relatively frequently, like I don't know, at least twice a week, I guess, then it's better than sitting your ass down all the time.
Damn.
Yeah,
I think
and
that's
it's a
what
good form of stress relief. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I swear I've heard like people like working out of depression. Like I've heard of that on the internet. So that's it's definitely been proved, right? We're not just making this up. Okay.
Once it becomes a habit, you just kind of depend on it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next tip I'm talking about is sleep. So again, it's kind of like exercise. This is just general life tips so like some of this, obviously, but it does really matter, like sleep. And well, let's be honest, right? We're probably not getting a lot of sleep, and especially during exam period, it can get really hard as well because you're trying to cram everything. But
we're just feeling anxious probably a day before and you can't sleep and you're like, oh no.
Yeah, that is horrible actually.
Yeah.
How do you sleep easily? I struggle with that actually. Like I struggle to sleep sometimes.
Me too. I used to struggle a lot, but I just tire myself out by talking to other people, and then
Wow.
yeah. Like for example, I speak to my boyfriend like before I go to bed, and like I would just ramble and talk like for so long, and then I get super exhausted. Actually, just make yourself feel super exhausted, and I swear you'll just pass out, I guess.
Studying itself exhausts me, so I have no problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I don't do anything for a day, like if I don't go outside and just I don't know, spend the whole day playing games or watching Netflix or whatever, I'm gonna struggle to sleep that day because I did nothing.
It's been happening to me a lot in quarantine because I don't go outside much. It's just hard to sleep at night. But yeah, if you just do things that tire you out, like I started going to the gym last week and now my schedule is back on track. It's great.
That's good.
Just tire yourself out.
Dude, do you have like insomnia or something? Or like minor insomnia?
Maybe minor, but like it's pretty. But it's annoying. It's not nice, but like it's not life threatening. So
Yeah.
I'm okay at the moment, to be honest. Yeah. Another thing that can like fuck you. Oh yeah. Can I swear? Can I?
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. Another thing that can like fuck up the sleep schedule is like I guess a lot of people do this anyway. So in like the weekdays you wake up pretty early because you got school, but then the weekend you sleep in a lot. So you wake up at like 12 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday, or 1 p.m. and then you're gonna struggle to sleep on the Sunday, and then you're gonna feel shit on Monday as well.
Yeah.
Because you've slept so long the day before.
You have to like regulate your sleep thing. Cycle. Yeah, that's the word. Yeah, I used to have like a very hard time sleeping back then, especially when my anxiety was like so bad. I remember this time when I was like with Sam and I went out with my friends so I could like tire myself out a little bit, and I would be so conscious of what I eat because I feel like if I eat this, I won't be able to sleep. It's like so hectic. My brain is so stupid. But if you need help, like got your friends, and there's pills, but I don't recommend like melatonin. Well, actually it's not that bad either, but of course don't overdose yourself. Just try like organic methods to try and sleep.
And bust a nut.
Yeah.
That took a turn.
True.
To be honest,
it works. Yeah. Wait, how did we went from 6 to 8?
Yeah, Sam. How did you go from 6 to 8?
I don't know.
Okay, let's pretend this is tip 7 then.
No, I did that. It's
Okay,
my
just go to
fault.
7.
Okay, let's go. It doesn't matter, but
No,
No,
go to
no.
8. It's go to 8 first. Go to 8.
okay.
Because
Oh,
I
okay.
put it this, I just didn't number it in the right way.
No, I put an 8.
Yeah, I know, but like but I rearranged it because I thought it would fit better, like chronologically. Anyway,
Okay.
go on, Sam.
So I think the number one most important thing for me is to not study on the day. Because the more stressed I am, the more likely I am to just like fail my test. Because whenever I remember I went into my chemistry exam last year and I was stressed out of my mind and my hand was shaking so much I couldn't write. And that probably wasted like the first 15 minutes of the exam for me. How many points and marks could I have gone in that time? Nobody knows, but like, it's just the day before you want to, sure you can cram and stuff, but try to keep it as a minimum. And then on the day, don't study at all in the morning before the exam, like at all. I do not
Yeah,
recommend it.
I don't like doing that
What,
either.
wait,
then you're
like, as in not even go over it.
It's slightly if you're like, oh, there's one formula I forgot, but I don't say like, oh, I have like one more chapter to finish. No, do not
Oh,
leave
yeah.
anything.
You don't want to learn things near the
Yeah.
last moment. Yeah.
You're gonna get paranoid. Oh, okay, if I forgot this chapter, I might have forgot chapter 1, and then you go back to
Yeah.
that, and
And you're like,
You're gonna
oh, is
be-
it A or is it B? It's true. Like it makes you like second think, you know.
Mhm. Like the most important factor that will ensure you get a best score is how relaxed you'll be on that day. So meditate, do yoga, listen to music, work out, just do as much as you can so that you don't go into that exam stress.
Yeah.
Because in the end, that's the secret. Stress will literally kill you alive.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Anything else
Mhm.
to add?
Like, I also, for the entrance exam for medicine,
Mhm.
I completely failed the first section because I was stressed. And that put down my average so low that it probably cost me getting admitted into a university.
Damn.
So these things have severe repercussions. You want to make sure that when you're answering the first question, you're, as carefree, because state of mind is just as important as the information in your mind, right?
Yeah. True.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to regurgitate that, you want to be able to do so.
Mhm.
Facts.
Okay.
We now have some miscellaneous tips, right? So these things I thought of last minute. So actually, the first one Ali already mentioned is don't spend too long making things look pretty. But the second one is like I know some people stick notes on their wall, and I did that as well. I tried that, and then first 2 days I was I looked to the wall, I revised, and then as in like I learned and studied, revised, whatever, and then I just never looked at that wall again. So
True, I did that
when
too.
you just leave something there, because that's kind of like passive revision. When you do passive revision, you're not really engaging your mind, right?
Yeah.
It's like reading a message and writing a message. When you're writing, that's when you're really actually working your brain. Where you're reading, you just like, okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
So and also it doesn't really look that pretty on your wall. So
I was one of those people that made super neat posters with like highlighters and markers and like color coded everything, and I spread like all these posters across my wall, and in the end I don't think it helped me that much. Like making cue cards were the thing that got me the good grades, not the posters.
Oh yeah, definitely. Another thing is don't highlight everything. I did this back in like year 9, 10. Maybe we'll start at 11, right? I just thought, okay, I'll highlight the important bits, and then after one page later, I've highlighted about 75% of the text. It's
try not
it's
to
a classic
highlight. Yeah.
mistake.
Try not to highlight more than 3 words. That's what I say.
Per what?
Per sentence.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Don't study with friends too much. Because I don't know. When I study with friends, right? Like initially, if I'm learning something new, it's just I get distracted because they're your friends, right? You're not really
Mhm.
you're not really friends because you're going to study together. It's just because you're friends, right? So you get distracted really easily. But I'd say if you have one person that you're studying with, that's okay. But I think first of all, you should learn something for yourself and then maybe study with your friends afterwards. What
Yeah.
do you guys think of that? Like, do you study with
Yeah.
friends often?
In my opinion, study groups don't work either. Like people from your class who aren't necessarily your friend, but you still study with them, that doesn't work either because you're gonna get distracted either way. If you do want to like study with friends just in case you have like a question that you want to ask, I would say write down that question and then ask later
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you want to be concentrated. Because if you focus for like the what was it called, the Pomodoro method, you want to focus for
Mhm.
that 45 minutes, 30 minutes straight without distractions.
Mhm.
And finally, I said that digital notes are, in my opinion, better than handwritten notes again because it's just like neater, I guess. And I type faster than I write. I'm pretty sure most people do as well. And again, you don't have a ton of paper stacked up. You can store everything digitally, which is great. But I don't think, like, especially when you're doing GCSE, like, they let you take your laptop in your classroom. Like no one in my school did that. So that may not be allowed in your school, which is a bummer. But that's just my opinion. Do you guys prefer digital or handwritten?
I prefer handwritten.
Well,
Mm.
I prefer.
It depends.
Well,
Yeah.
I do both because like I write my notes. I read a chapter and like I write down my own notes and then like I print it. Well, I type them actually. Then I print it and then whatever I bring that to class. Like on the day my teacher is actually teaching that chapter, and I would like write down extra stuff that I'm missing. So that's what I used to do. I used to like before I used to be at least a chapter ahead of my teacher and like
Oh,
yeah,
That's
type up
good.
my own notes and bring it on the day and just write down.
I
whatever.
do is like before final exams, I make digital notes of like every single chapter, basically summarized into a couple of pages. And then I print that out and just annotate the hell out of it, like highlighters, sticky notes, a bunch of writing.
Yeah, that's what I used to
Because
do.
once you write something down, you're like writing it slowly, so it's easier for your brain to
Mm,
process and remember.
Yeah.
And if you're writing it down a bunch of times, you're just
Mm.
Yeah.
remembering it forever.
Yeah.
You can get these notes from our Discord server.
Yes, please
Sick
join.
All the notes that I made for bio and business studies are in the Discord server if you guys want to check that out.
Yeah. It's also
Do you have Patreon?
Patreon.
Do
We're
you?
starting one. We're probably
We'll think, yeah.
yeah, probably the next episode we'll probably have one by then, but we are also working on that. Yeah.
If we do get the Patreon, we would give out the notes without any watermarks, so it would be easier to annotate. So check that out if it ever comes out.
Okay, cool.
And other
We're
benefits,
also starting
of
an
course.
OnlyFans soon, so stay tuned for that.
Yeah. Well, wait, is that it? What is this? Oh, this girl. Everybody
I
knows
love
this
her.
girl.
The amount of times I've seen her.
Have you seen that scary one though, where she like almost killed herself? Kind of, not really.
What?
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that.
Oh.
Yeah. Why would you make that though? I don't.
I don't know. It's weird. So this is the studying girl on YouTube that's always
Yeah,
live.
it's like lo-fi hip hop beats to relax you
Yeah,
and
for
study.
studying.
Yeah.
Music helps, but do not listen to music with like lyrics or like preferably piano music is good. Something probably
Like,
you don't
classical music is good,
understand.
even though it's
You know, like
Yeah.
K-pop, I don't understand. I wouldn't care. So like, it's not gonna
Yeah.
interrupt me while I'm studying. Yeah,
I play like K-pop ballads, so it's just like calm.
yeah. Yeah, but definitely not like a catchy song while you're studying because you're gonna be like jamming.
You
to
just
it.
start doing the choreo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also get distracted by like beats. Like, what I do sometimes is like listen to just study sounds or like brown noise. It's weird, but like it's I don't know. I just don't like the quiet. So I just have some sounds for like ambient noise. That's alright.
There was this one time I listened to like rain. That helped me.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
I like listening to rain.
Listen to the Studio Ghibli song.
Oh yeah.
Oh sorry, one second, I have a call.
Jilby. Ooh. Studio Jilby is good. Wait, is this our last slide? Why does it feel so short? Is there anything else we can add?
Oh, do you want to talk about like the doodling method, where like you draw pictures with your notes to associate?
What?
Yeah, there's this like study method called like the doodle method, where if you like, say in business you're talking about inflation, you would draw like an arrow and make it red, and that's like inflation. And then whenever you're like writing an essay, you think red arrow, inflation. I don't know.
For me, what I do, I also, when I'm studying, I'm trying to study, I associate things to like real life, or I like make a story out of it. Like, it's, for example, in like what we did for photosynthesis and physics one, and I said, isotope is like having a sister, but something like that. I try to make it relatable, and that's how I would remember some concepts more clearer than others if I relate it to something.
Yeah. Also, what helps is acronyms. So let's say, I don't know, like Mrs. Nerg. That helps, and you can make acronyms out of everything. It doesn't necessarily have to be the ones that are in your textbook.
Yeah.
Like in photosynthesis, we also made CRR, carbon fixation, reduction, regeneration.
Yeah.
And then when I see the Calvin cycle, I instantly think of CRR.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
So if you associate acronyms with pictures or sentences, you'll remember them quickly. And once you remember CRR, you'll remember what it stands for quickly.
Also, when like during prep sessions, like with my teacher, I would make mind maps as well. Mind maps I think are really cool to do. Yeah.
Especially for essay subjects, you can start linking different bubbles together, and that helps you form a chain of argument.
Yeah, but the thing is, you don't want to write too much when writing, like making a mind map. You don't want to like write a whole ass paragraph on the mind map, because that's like not the point. You want to keep it very short and very concise. You just want to make like those connections with each other, and clear it out in your head.
Yeah.
Do you want to plug in some resources?
Yeah, check out our Discord server.
It's in the description box below if you're watching our YouTube video right now. And if you're on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, it's subscribe to our YouTube channel and find the video
or on Instagram. We have so many platforms, just you find us in anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else, guys?
Just I would say the most important part of studying is making sure you have a good mental health. You don't want to put yourself down.
No,
because at the end of the day, it's just school, man. You don't want to tear your brain apart.
It's really not the end of the world.
Yeah.
If you don't get the grades you want, it's not always about grades.
There's no just one single path to anything.
Definitely.
Do you guys want to make like a results day podcast? Like
yeah, that would be
just
fun.
Like a chat, just like a chill one.
Yeah.
You don't even have to plan it early.
Wait, we don't. Are we not opening our results? Or are we like waiting for all of us to be
on? No. I'm opening myself clearly. You guys get it before me though. Okay, how about this? Right, we don't tell each other what our results are.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, cool. Like, what if it's kind of disappointing?
Yeah.
Like, what if
in this podcast?
Oh my god,
We
I
can
don't
cry.
know
That
what
will
to
make
do.
it.
Yeah, we're gonna cry.
Two of us get in, and then one of us doesn't. What are we supposed to do?
I don't know. We're probably not gonna post that, but who knows? Well, hopefully,
we can
all
discuss it before. If all three of us get in, we'll make a podcast about it.
Make sure to follow our Instagram and YouTube at the SciencePod for more science episodes and updates.
If you like our podcast, please share it to your friends.
Please.
Please. We need more people to. Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in. Wait, what? What does it say?
Wait, Wait, that's not.
In for our next tips. Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in and stay tuned.
We're next up. Yeah. Thank you for tuning in and stay tuned for our next episode. See you in the next episode.
Okay, you can do that again.
Okay. Thank you for tuning in and stay tuned for our next episode. Bye.
Bye. Wait, that's all of us. Bye.
Oh, okay, 3, 2, 1.
Bye.
Bye.
This is
Okay.
it's like episode 1.